5 feet, I think. I said, what are you, 4'10"? I'm 5 feet. I said, yeah, okay, who are you bullshitting? All right. If you look from the back, you see the bronchi a lot easier than from the front. Here's your primary bronchi. You see them? Everybody see that? There's your primary bronchi. So we're going to come around the front. This is how this thing normally would be sitting. Okay? Facing the left, there's the left axis deviation of the heart. So we got our 2 lobes here on our lung, okay? So we look here and we pull this real tight. Right here I'm seeing the pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein, and the primary bronchi. So it's going to run artery, bronchi, vein. ABV, not ABC like TV, ABV. Okay? Again, what's that?
ABC.
All right, so there's the artery, there's the primary bronchi, there's the vein. What you got to do is touch it with your hands to feel the difference of the tissue. Here's your diaphragm. So the corned beef structure looks like is the diaphragm. You're making me hungry saying corned beef. Okay, guess what this structure is? That's the inferior vena cava, and that's your superior vena cava. Don't get too hung up on that yet, because that's going to be when we get into the anatomy, of the heart and stuff. But just to give you the lead, so here's your diaphragm. Sometimes you can see a phrenic coming down, but I really don't see it, because the phrenic on the right follows the vena cava. And it looks like it kind of got destroyed. Could be mixed in this fat layer. That's probably a piece of phrenic right here. Phrenic nerve coming down towards the diaphragm. See my fingers under it? You can feel this. This is kind of like grainy, like a nerve would feel, not fatty. So that probably is the nerve buried in the fat layer, just protecting it. So that'd be a phrenic. Okay. So you can see these structures much better here than you can. So here's all your trachea, and if you look from the back, it's all like rubbery back here, because that's the muscle back there. So there's your trachealis muscle. This is the cartilage. Okay, and this one's even showing you your carotid coming up on this, right on this side. So that's what a carotid would feel like if you put your hands on a person and touched it. Feels like a fettuccine noodle, cooked just right. So, so feel the structures, just to feel what they feel like, and if you blow in it, the lung would blow up. You want to try? But just to go over some of the heart, which you're going to see this, look at a vena cava, how thin it is, right? Even this one, how thin wall, and look at the aorta, how thick wall it is. Look at the thickness of an artery compared to a vein. The vein just looks like a piece of tissue. And we'll see when we study them, there's only 2 to 3 cell layers of smooth muscle in the wall of a vein. This artery has 200 layers of smooth muscle. This one would most likely have 40. So this is why if you feel them, you can tell the major difference between them. So again, artery, primary bronchi, vein, trachea, okay? And diaphragm. That's all you need to know right now. Okay, so I'm going to leave it out so you guys can look at it and play with it a bit. All right? Any questions?